this rescue package has really been a long time coming. Has it lived up to your expectations?
Hi, Ash. No, it hasn't. And it's hard because I can see why some people are saying, why is industry complaining over, in essence, spilt milk? But the issue is it's the targeting. There is great stress through the tourism supply chain around the country. Now, it's been exacerbated, obviously, initially by the virus, then the necessary public health response, the closure of the international border, in essence, hard closure of our domestic borders, and then, that slow reopening. And then it's been this slow reopening which just hasn't touched the tourism industry really in any way, shape or form. And let me put this in another perspective. It's about interstate tourism and interstate travel, and it continues to be well off the mark. Now, whilst the government has been meritorious in trying to find some stimulatory, approaches, the difficulty is it's too narrow, and it's actually left on the sidelines the tourism product, the tourism industry, which is made up of 40 to 45,000 key businesses, which really deliver the product, which actually delivers the yield and gets and encourages people to come back for ongoing extended stays and attracts new visitors to their regions in the capital cities. That's really where the criticism's at. Look, we really just want to sit down with government and work through ongoing constructive engagement. Look, the stimulation will occur. Let's hope it works. I certainly want to know some measurement about how effective it will be over the coming period, because as a former airline executive, I can tell you cheap fares get people excited, but whether or not that converts in terms of ongoing economic benefit, we will have to wait and see.
Simon, almost everyone we've interviewed on Sky News today from your sector has made the point that you're now looking forward to sitting down with the government to work out some of the details of this plan. Why hasn't that already happened? I mean, what has been the level of consultation in the lead up to this package being announced?
Yeah, that's a great question. Look, well, we have been engaging, and pretty effectively. It's been polite, it's been to the point. We've had considerations through Treasury. I don't think it's not a case of us not being listened to. I just think the difficulty with these overall package today is that it's just not touching the immediacy of the problem. The immediacy of the problem is the cliff that the JobKeeper and some of the other programs are coming to their end point. We all knew this cliff was coming. It was a cliff not set by industry, by any industry. It was set by governments. And the point is, the border fracas around this country, which has gone on for months and months and months, it had a big hangover. We've always said this, and the hangover has been that people just haven't got basically out of their beds or out of their postcodes and been prepared to move about because of the fear of being locked out of their home and being locked in another state. Now, the trouble is it's going to take some time to reverberate through the visitor economy, and the support that our enterprises have received from government has been absolutely welcome. And we know there's a bridge to the other side. The bridge is the vaccine. And so, we are absolutely 250% on board this vaccine rollout and how it can actually make for a better visitor economy and reboot as quickly as possible. But this package, quite frankly, it's the first shot. We're going to have to sit down again with government and let's hope we can be listened to, and we'll continue to provide the effective data to show how we think this could be done better.
There has been some criticism in some quarters that the package focuses on very specific destinations. The government saying it is willing to re-look on that. The political reaction seems to be focusing on the fact that a lot of marginal seats are being taken in by the destinations that have been outlined today. Is that a fair critique?
Well, I think you can critique marginal seats around the country. Got to be a little bit careful because there's a lot of marginal seats in this country in the federal platform that are basically regional or semi-rural or they call peri-urban seats. So, yeah, I don't want to buy into the political argument. You could run quite a cute argument around that. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think ultimately what it is there's a view that aviation sector needs to be sustainable, and we absolutely categorically agree. But we also believe that there needs to be some other components to the package, and that enterprise matters, small businesses matter in their sector because it delivers the product. People may well fly or caravan or take a bus or train to get to a destination, but then they're consuming small business delivered product. And these small businesses are hanging on. They're hanging on very tight now. I can't tell you the amount of sad stories I've been witness to over the past few months, and I think there was just this pent-up expectation that somehow industry, particularly the small guy, was going to be listened to through this process. Now, what I can assure them is that they are going to be listened to, because we're going to keep the advocacy up, because we've got to ensure that we do not lose iconic product as we get to the other side before the vaccine takes hold, and hopefully we get some normalcy back in the market.
We've seen a really positive reaction from the banks to the cheap loans aspect of this package. Are most operators, though, actually in a position, Simon, to take advantage of those cheap loans that are on offer?
Well, the loan initiative is actually very good public policy. You know, I might stand out on the wing here and look, I applaud the government for this initiative. It's one of the issues that small businesses around the country face, and particularly in the tourism sector, has always been this access to capital, or the ability to effectively refinance and be able to support growth. So it's good public policy. Let's hope it sticks in, and it's viewed as in terms of the medium to longer term. The challenge will be the immediacy and the effectiveness of this. There's a pretty tight sort of envelope of businesses that can actually apply for this new refinancing arrangement, and they have to be currently on the JobKeeper program. And look, the reality is a lot of businesses are carrying a lot of debt. So it's the fear of the unknown for some of these businesses that are prepared to refinance to take the next step forward, or if they have to look at other means in terms of where they go, in terms of their future operations and where they place their people and their own investment in their enterprise. So that's the difficulty. But it is good public policy, and it's actually good to see some innovation on that side of the fence, because it is important. You know, small business don't get enough of a look in terms of the way they operate. There's over 2 million small businesses across Australia. Small business needs to have a continued and more effective voice, and from a tourism perspective, we're going to continue to do that.
Simon Westaway, appreciate your insights and analysis. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Ash.